Angeline the Baker, Angeline I say. Welcome to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons. In this lesson I'm going to show you how to play a beginner version of Angeline the Baker. I'm going to do the whole thing right now and then go into a step-by-step lesson for you. So here it goes. So that's what we're gonna do. Now let's learn how to do it. So if you've taken FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons before, you may have noticed that in that version of Angeline I just played, I used the hoedown pattern, long, short, short. If you're new to that pattern, I suggest starting with just that on an open string. Because I use that pattern throughout the entire version. You probably won't hear any other fiddlers do it. They would probably mix it up more and add other things. But I decided to make a version which exclusively uses that, kind of for beginners who are getting going. And I think it's a good way to get in the groove. And also, while you're learning the tune, you're also getting the feel of hoedown really deep. If you practice, it's almost like an exercise or something, like a classical music etude to do it this way. So, and then the other thing I always recommend students to do is to play scales that relate to the tune you're about to play. So this tune is, in this version of Angeline the Baker, is in A, so you could do an A major scale and practice it with an A drone. I also recommend, though, that you warm up with the D major scale with a D drone. So even though this version is not in D major, the notes that you'll be playing strongly reflect that scale even more than the A major scale. So I think it's a good idea. Okay, cool. So next thing we'll do is just work through the tune part by part, starting with the first quarter of the A part. With flow. Broken down. Okay, that's the first quarter. All hoedown. First note is D1, D2, open A. And those are the only notes in this part, okay? So let's loop it a little bit because it'll help you to get the rest of the tune if we can groove on this a little bit. Here we go. 3 and 4 and. Again. So on. So on your own, loop that a lot. And the amazing thing is, if you loop just the first quarter of almost any tune, it will pay you dividends later because often that is repeated, okay? So what it also means is that if you get that down, you're gonna be much more confident as you do the rest of the tune. So the short version is to don't just play a whole tune right away. Really master one little thing and play it even more than you think is necessary. Okay, with all that said, we'll now move through the rest of the tune more quickly. So the second quarter of the A part to Angeline the Baker. With flow. Now broken down, notice that it's still the same 3 notes. And it's still all hoedown, okay? And also notice that those 2 parts begin the same. And now The third quarter also begins the same. Let's do that right now. With flow. Broken down. So it begins D1, 2, A, 1, 2, 1, open 1. Cool, let's do the fourth quarter. Flow. Broken down. All right, so if any of those quarters are a little uncertain for you, I recommend pausing the video, practicing a little bit on your own. But if you think you got it, then let's just try to play along the entire A part with this play along track. And if you don't have it yet, just listen, because that'll help you get it. Listening is practice too. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so if you enjoy playing along with the play along track, please check out the FiddleHed.com site, where I've got tons of play along tracks, different lengths. Some are very short, some are long, medium length, some are longer. The whole idea of them is to get you playing and practicing well. Okay, so another tip I'll give to you in the middle, we're in between the A part and the B part, is to just take a little break to center yourself. And it could be simple as just holding the fiddle and breathing and really letting your breath relax. So, though I'm supposed to be the teacher teaching you, I'm actually teaching myself. And I'm trying to bring this more into my own practice. I'm hoping that maybe together we'll help each other with this, because it's something that I find that if I play too long, my back gets stiff. And so I'm just taking a moment here and there to connect with the instrument. And then you can do the same thing with playing an open string. Can you play the open string and still feel the connection? Still feel a sense of peace? And then you could do a simple scale and then extend that to the scale. So on, but all the while being aware of your body and your breath. Okay, so thanks for listening to that public service announcement, like it's like a Woodsy the Owl or Smokey the Bear, dating myself a little bit. But I think those are useful tips, and I try to slip them into tunes. Hopefully it's not annoying, hopefully it's helpful. Okay, so now we'll move on and we'll do the first quarter of the B part with flow. Broken down. All right, so we're gonna start on open E, go to A2. All right, and if you're very new to playing, you might find that open E to A2 is hard, and it might warrant your attention. Just spend a little time E to A2. Okay, that'll, again, it's like a little investment. You play that, and then it's repeated a few more times in the B part, so that investment starts to pay off as you go. So now you'll see that in effect when we do the second quarter of the B part with flow. Broken down. take note that that second quarter just combines things you've already done. The first bar of the B part was, and we use that for the second quarter, and then we use this D2 hoedown, which you did in the first part, the A part. Cool, so now let's do the third quarter of the B part. Oh, wait a second, it's the exact same thing as the first quarter. So I'll just review it for you, but if you practice that first thing well, then this will be no problem. And then the fourth quarter of the B part is the same as the fourth quarter of the A part. So if you did really practice that earlier, then this is also going to be no problem. But here it is again anyway. So now I'm going to play the entire B part slowly. And if you're a bit more of an intermediate fiddler, I recommend you play it slow too, slower than you think, not only for your technique, but for the sense of joy that happens when you play these melodies slow. You know, there's a lot of hotshot bluegrass players that can rip through these tunes, you know, in like 5 seconds flat. But I think that there's something that's lost in the beauty of the melodies. And so I'm going to play the B part and try to appreciate that when you do it on your own. Here we go. All right, well, I really appreciate the fact that you watched the whole video. Hope it was helpful, and if it was, please hit the like button, subscribe to FiddleHed, hit the notification bell so you can hear about upcoming videos. And finally, I just want to say thank you for watching and see you next time. Now, go fiddle with it. Go to FiddleHed.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more. Thanks for watching the video. Excellent! And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.